StatCom 2024 is really a follow-up to the digital movement, especially with the census. This year marks the end of the 2020 round of censuses. And it's the same time this year, this decade, we saw a lot of drive with technology, censuses making such advances. For example, data being released between 1 month and 2 months. So these were important moves. We demonstrated that we can do a lot in statistics if we put our minds to it. Now, technology is still moving, and so we need to make sure we are at pace. Artificial intelligence is also taking its roots, and this is a time for us as a continent to talk about what we are doing in our countries, where we see ourselves moving into, and then how to achieve the things we've set our minds to achieve. In Ghana, we had our census in 2021 instead of 2020 because of the COVID. And even though we're just coming out of the COVID era, and it was very challenging, technology assisted in a lot of ways. So we digitized almost the entire process. In the field, I think what technology helped a lot with GIS was to really map out how we're doing, the pace of enumeration, and you could really at a glance see where you have not touched. So we did a lot, and our census results were released in 1 month, which is almost a record time across the continent. And then what we are moving towards now is really focusing on universities, how the universities can access our data. So we have a stats bank, and we're publicizing it through hackathons. So last year we initiated a hackathon with the university students, 5 universities last year, public universities, and this year it's ongoing, and we have 6 technical universities participating in it. The fact that government funding is where our focus is. We depend on government, and yet everyone is also dependent on government. So it doesn't matter whether your program is the best or the most critical, everyone has to share. So we don't have adequate funding from government. Government supported us by acquiring the loan from the IDA credit so that we could develop statistics. So this next year is the last year for the 5-year credit, and there's the expectation that there will be a successor project to provide these funds. We also have other development partners, statistical offices, national statistical offices coming in to support. There's twinning arrangement, and also they post, it's like ONS, Office of National Statistics of UK. We work with Statistics Sweden. We work with also Norway Statistics to strengthen or build the capacity of our people through hands-on activities. So it's even though you don't get funds directly, they build the capacity of staff, and through experience, gaining experience, and there's exchange, going to other offices to learn from them. I think 2 key things. One is really a resolve for all countries to do the census in the next decade, because in this decade, we just have 21, haven't done the census, which is really probably the worst performance in a decade for Africa. So that I'm hoping that through our discussions, one, that we would come to a common commitment to make sure we conduct our censuses coming the next decade. And that technology that we have embarked upon and the use of technology will be solidified so that the struggles that we've had, we won't have anymore. The other is really to cooperate, collaboration and coordination amongst us, especially at the level of our leadership, AU, Africa Development Bank, ECA, strong collaboration as we have known before, that they will coordinate better so that they can, we have multiplier effects of the support that they have been giving us.